one guy who is going to lock down carry just to be finished off by Ling. So now the only threat is going to be Ling, and Siren Clan supports have a lot of work on their hands because they can't let that Ling move forward. So it's all about that timing of attack, you know, when to engage.
It's kind of true, and the thing is, both teams are playing one of the most comfortable heroes they're used to.
Yes.
So it's not something that they're unfamiliar, not something that they try and error, and they know what that hero they've been playing. They know what it's supposed to do. They know it inside out. But the question is, which one is the better strat here? We're talking about totally two different strats from two different countries.
Yeah, I totally agree here. And you know what? I'm not so sure whether Popol or Kupal really complements the team more than a Valir, because I do think Valir it would have been a very cool pick to see, especially against the composition that Siren Clan has come up with. But I'm excited to see what Genflix Aerowolf, how they're going to utilize Rave on this. Oh boy, okay, so I guess he's just going to harass for the most part.
Yeah, he's going to play as a support again and just making sure he poked a lot of damage on the side of Siren Clan, giving a lot of space for the side of Wat to actually get all this farm he needs. And now it's kind of easy to do that with that Koopa on his side too. But I like the fact that Siren Clan right now going straight away, making sure to start their growth in terms of experience and also their farming. And Clay, that ace is a bit overstaying at this point and bouncing ball away. Will he survive? Oh, ohdeerbambi managed to just run away at the last minute. Koopa is really dangerous in the early phase of the game.
Yeah, they're gonna get pushed off. They're gonna get pushed off mid if they really wanted to, but it looks like instead Genflix Aerowolf tend to punish this blue side because they know that both ohdeerbambi as well as Ace are so low. Oh, Kupal, no! All right, looks like Kupal didn't manage to get all the way to the end, but they've completely negated this side of the map. So really well played coming in from Genflix Aerowolf, punishing both Fenrir and Ace in the middle of the ohdeerbambi and Ace in the middle of the map. Oh, Fredo now getting caught out by the rest of the members of Siren Clan. Can he pull through? He is able to jump right on out of there with the help of Popol, who throws down the frost trap, and Fredo managed to flicker just out of the flame stokes.
Man, that was a very close tug of war because we're looking at both of them keep on pushing and then pulling the other side, one on the other, and then none of them actually get themselves into first blood just yet. But will it be anytime soon? Because on top, Fredo trying to hold on Ambers with also Ling already got himself his ultimate. Go in slash, that's going to be first blood down on top, even though Ambers got himself quite a decent amount of regular armor. It doesn't have a lot of insanity to pop it just now.
Yeah, he is underleveled. He was a little underleveled here, but he can't really do too much against the Boxia. The Boxia isn't really interacting unless Wat is nearby. So, all right, definitely a little bit of a mistake there coming in from Ambus, getting a little over-eager, but hopefully he's able to maintain that lane.
I like the fact that the Malaysian teams and MYSG teams, actually going for whatever they are comfortable with. But now Fenrir is stuck out of nowhere. The Feather Airstrike, he's trying to juke it out, but now going back in his ohdeerbambi, jumping back in his Ace. They try to steal away the bomb. At the same time, Walt just arrived and is trying to just hover around here, lurking still. Managed to get one kill. Rinazmi managed to steal one more. And that's Tampa's Blade being cast at the pawn, trying to run it out. And Koopa just making it hard for everybody. Bambi stuck in between. No exit out. Another one being stand. And now Ace will down as well. Back in the base they go. And that's another trade, 6-1 for the scoreboard. And this is not a great start for Siren Clan.
Yeah, that was pretty detrimental there. I mean, I definitely could see potential that Siren Clan could have turned it around, but I think Genflix just played that really well here.
Oh, Bambi kind of overstayed just now. He can just backed off.
I definitely felt like he had a lot more damage than was initially shown, but now they're pressuring all the buffs. Ace is going to be on the chopping block here with all 5 members of Genflix Aerowolf there to push him through. But remember, Lun is going to be playing that marksman position. He is free farming down on bot side, and Siren Clan understand that's their win condition. They just have to survive until then.
Can they survive long enough? Right now, it's getting their gaps wider even more because what just finished off that turtle and Siren Clan really hustling themselves to make an opening. I'm talking about bottom Fenrir keep on being pushed and pressure. Oh, that Divine Judgment is huge, but not enough. He got himself flickered away. And it turned out, how do you pronounce it? I can't even. I hate it.
What, Boxia? To toys poissons?
There you go.
But yeah, I totally get what you mean here. It was a nice play coming in from Siren, but an even better play with Rinazmi being able to flicker over the most important spells, and Fredo just being able to walk on out of there. However, mid is getting so much punishment coming in from Genflix Aerowolf. They're just not making this easy. Ling rotating to the bottom side, able to pick up one, already diving onto Lund here, and Rinazmi survives, which is 10% of his HP. Siren Clan is just getting punished all across the board.
They do have that Kaja on Fenrir, but putting it off on the side lanes, I do prefer that Fenrir going alongside with, you know, at least with Bambi. Because it won't be as effective if he keeps on being picked off side lanes here. The moment they need his divine judgment, there's nobody to follow up. And look at that. Koopa just going in. It's not... Popo's nowhere to be seen, and they're gonna contest one more. One is just unstoppable. Another Tempest Blade there, and he cannot dive in because that's inhibitor turret will stop him so far. Ace, on the other hand, even though he's actually the tank, he seems squishy enough to sustain this.
Yeah, and you can see that Ambuste is trying his best to participate in these fights with just a little bit of his peel damage here, but the rest of Siren Clan just getting chunked out very, very heavily here. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make anything happen, but at the very least, they didn't lose too many members in the interaction.
110, really not too many?
Well, I mean, it was just two bad team fights, you know, compared to just making minor mistakes and getting up to at least 20 kills to 1. That would have been way worse.
They've been picked off. This is why I said they need to ban Ling. Ling doesn't need to be having a combination with anybody. He just goes solo and just pick off anybody he wants in any lane, and he's unstoppable because how fast he can just move in and move out. The Tempest play is really a huge headache for the side of Siren Clan here.
Yep, and Siren Clan just refusing to stick together to try to make it as effective as possible, because right now the team is just so far behind. There's no way that ohdeerbambi as well as Thomas and Beef are able to get that much gold. Fredo finally falls down with no members of Siren Clan going down. Looks like Fredo bit a little bit more than he can chew.
It was 1v5.
Little bit more than he can chew.
Including inhibitor turret.
Too much than he can chew.
Okay, now Rinazmi trying to buy more time and opening up more space for the side of a map control for Aerowolf, and they're trying to force another fight here. Rinazmi way too deep after the airstrike, making sure that one has whatever he needs, that burst damage. He just jumps out without being punished at all, and this is huge coming out from Aerowolf. It just shows that they are kind of in a very tough spot for Siren Clan to make things better for their side. Look at that feather airstrike, chunk a lot of HP again. Rinazmi jumping back down. None of the side of Aerowolf is dying or even being traded at this point.
Yeah, and you know what? He's just chilling. He's just waiting for his opportunity to get on in, and Siren Clan just are forced to reset every single interaction. They put quite a bit of damage into the middle of the map, but now they have to continue even further and somehow hold on to their ground because they need to get their second utility items to survive. And at this point, that Winds of Nature is so necessary for a lot of the members coming in from Siren Clan if they want to survive the damage from Watt.
I mean, like, okay, fine, if you want to go for Wind of Nature, go ahead, but I don't think it's wrong to actually do even a Winter Trinket at this point for the side of even the marksman himself.
Oh, that's fair. That's
because
fair.
The moment the Tempest Blade landed on you, you cannot run anymore. Might as well just do a Winter Trinket all the way, just making sure you can actually evade the attack coming up from Watts.
Yeah, and at this point in time, it's tough. It's a tough game. Siren Clan are significantly behind. 10K is very far behind, and in most situations, once you're at a 10K deficit, the game is pretty much over because you have no control over the map.
You have to have that fighting spirit to be a pro player. They will not give up for Siren Clan. We do know they're trying to read as much as possible for the first game here, trying to gain more information, fitting onto the team.
Else possible to come out. Mainly the bouncing ball, sometimes the divine judgment. And if one of those are gone, Ling comes in and looks to get a pick.
Yep, they are waiting for that to be used first, but now that's what Fredo's trying to do. He tried to bait as much as he can for them to just drop whatever spells they can onto him, and the moment they wasted all their resources on one particular member, which is the tank or the bait, that's where what's gonna come in. You know that what's never there until he sees that everybody uses or utilize their spells.
Oh, Blade of Heptases, he's got 9 kills under his belt. I'm pretty sure he's reached 3 items at this point of time.
I think Blade of Heptases is pretty much his personal favorite items, right?
I mean, I think that's his 3rd item. We'll have to wait until the item list is showed up for both of the sides.
I mean, like every single game, he prefers to have Blade of Heptases, no matter what order it is. He always making sure he had one in any game, right?
Especially if you're playing, playing something that's so, auto attack based. Sorry, skill. Is skill even the right word? Ability based hero. Yeah, that's the one. That's the word I was going for. So
About the game again. I think we lost the Lord. If I'm not mistaken, was it the Lord or the Turtle?
Oh no, it looks like it was. It looks like it was the Turtle. It's only 10 minutes into the game. Lord is spawning in about 20 seconds or so. I don't see a lot of damage being put into the inhibitors as well. Maybe a slight difference in it, but nothing too significant.
Look at Carry, only have an endless battle so far. We do see Kaja already had himself the fleeting time, but will it be enough to sustain whatever burst damage that have been thrown onto Siren's face here? Because we're talking about burst from airstrike, also coming in from any lanes possible is the Ling himself. And Popol and Kuba is just being an annoyance up to this game. He didn't do as much damage as the other 2 heroes.
Yeah.
But that frozen trap really is something to deal with.
Yeah, and not to mention that the damage coming in from just Kupal, while Popol is in a very safe position, the amount of stuns that you can actually generate out of Popol and Kupal is actually pretty insane. Like, there are so many things that allow him to trigger a stun of some sort. And now that Watt is there, secures every buff in this map, he is just one big boy.
And he's also on full item. Look at that. He got himself Malefic Roar. And that's just denying whatever it is Bambi has to throw to him, because that's going to be slashing and just piercing through the armor and the shield coming up from Bambi's Esmeralda. So it's going to be goodbye Esmeralda very soon with that Malefic Roar. Yeah, so he bought the Blade of Heptases as a 4th item here. He got his jungle item, Endless Battle, Berserker's Fury, and then got the Blade of Heptases. But he's generated like so much gold, he's able to hit full items only 12 minutes into this game. That's double whatever Siren Clan on the side of their core members are having.
Yeah, and now they're forced to be pushed. Ambuste comes in with the last insanities. Firaga armor will break, but he should be going down next. They don't follow up. They want to make sure that the objective is secured. Lord is still pushing in as Genflix Aerowolf look to split the map a little bit more. That Malefic Roar coming in handy for Watt as he breaks another inhibitor down on the bottom side. But notice that Siren Clan isn't committing to anything. They're waiting for Genflix Aerowolf to make a mistake. Oh no, but Thomas getting chunked out by 2 hits from that feathered airstrike bottom side, top side. Now getting cleared up. Ambuste is there to use that last insanity, but the full-on fight has come. Ace on the chopping block. The Toys Poisons negating all the healing coming up possible. Watt finally dashing into the fight to clean it up. They pick up their carry, and now Fenrir tries to lock him down with his ult, but it just isn't enough as Genflix Aerowolf don't lose a single member to take another game from Siren Clan. Well played.
Did you see how 3 people actually got in for the Ling itself? I think all 3, including Popol and Kuba, aside from except for I think it was Fasa on the flank side.
Yes.
Yep. All the other 3 other members of the Aerowolf just now kind of got linked pretty well tight. And I saw how Fenrir tried to find a loophole. He's trying to find his way to go to the back line. It's almost
Aldeos arguably, but then Aldeos falls into the position of whether or not, Lund should have been playing the carry position. And I think as of right now, they're just really struggling as